And it's been a tight game as the second quarter gets going. Here's Paul. A sore spot for this Atlanta team, of course, was the dismantling of them by the Magic in the second round last year. Boy, that really took a lot out of the Hawks.
That was extremely deflating. I mean, it had to be a major gut shot to Atlanta, and especially after they had gotten by the Bucks and looked like they were ready to get on a nice roll, but then things just kind of disintegrated on them.
Crawford is joined in the backcourt by Joe Johnson. Smith and Horford at the 4 and the 5, and Evans. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. On defense, the Hornets. After the missed 3 from Jamal Crawford. And Clark, after the Hawks postseason, they made a coaching change. And Mike Woodson had done a pretty good job getting them so far, but he really couldn't finish off the deal.
That's what it looked like, Kevin. I mean, you think about this young team, and they've got a nice core group of young players, and they have grown. But there's that issue of all those second-round losses in a row, and just getting a win in one more series could be huge for them.
15 consecutive conference semifinal games lost.
It's a lot.
And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, the Emeka Okafor-Tyson Chandler trade seemed to work out well for the Hornets last year. Chandler struggled with injury in Charlotte, while Okafor established a good rapport with Chris Paul. They spent extra time talking together and discussing how best to execute their pick and rolls, and their chemistry should only improve with time. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you for that.
I think the Hornets are finally getting there, but not there yet. Still some missing pieces to that puzzle.
And the basket by Johnson.
And there he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
Something about Joe Johnson, a huge guy for a wingman. He's 6'7", 240. But if his frame is a little intimidating on the court, his demeanor, Clark, is anything but.
Every time I've encountered him, very low-key and soft-spoken, trying to stay away from the center of attention.
Here's Crawford. Not on the scoreboard yet. For 3. The shot is off. And New Orleans will take it the other way. Pass to Paul. Okafor against Smith. Smith gets a hand on it. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Crawford. And Smith backing in. They rule this one. Goaltending. Help the shot.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for.
Atlanta making some changes. Pachulia, he's checked in for Smith. Williams comes in for Maurice Evans. And Mike Bibby is subbed in for Joe Johnson. David West, he's checked in for New Orleans. Bellinelli comes in for Marcus Thornton. West. Now Bellinelli. Takes it up. It's blocked. Here comes Mike Bibby. Defended by Paul. Crawford outside. Shot clock at 2. Atlanta again missing. The Hornets leading by 3. Paul outside. Guarded by Horford on the line, and it's Okafor missing.
Smart D forced him into taking that mid-range jump shot, and as you might expect, he wasn't able to knock it down.
Definitely for the Hawks, Clark. They were one of the best offensive teams in the NBA last season. Not because they shot especially well, but because they got more shots than their opponents.
Quantity over quality was the approach for the Hawks. That extra volume, if you can overwhelm your opponent by rebounding on the offensive end, that can give you an advantage.
Well, you never like to see this, an injury on the floor right now, Clark.
Tough break there, Kevin. You hate to see a guy go down with an injury. Let's hope he can get back soon.